Everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Military and Surplus channel. Today will be part 2 of the collection tour. So in this episode we'll be taking a look at my ordnance collection, and that's it really. So this video might be fairly short, but let's get straight to it. So first of all, your eyes will be drawn to this 75mm shell casing here. I can't get the lighting and the camera angle right to show you it fully, but that's a 75mm shell casing from 1942. Then we have, I'm not sure what caliber this is, but it's Trenchard, and it's dated 1917 on the bottom. So then moving over to here, we have a 1943 20mm shell casing. Here we have a Tracer 50 BMG, Barrett 50 cal, if you want to call it that. After that, we have a 30-06. Can't remember what that's called, 308. Then I'm not too sure about the one next to it. Next to those two here are 5.56 by 45mm blanks, the British Army ones. Next to that is a 357 Special. Next to that is a 45 ACP. Next to that is, I believe, a 22 Win Mag, Winchester Magnum. Then next to that is the 380 ACP. Then next to that is 4 rounds of 9mm. There's some cases there. These have been found while I've been metal detecting. They're cut down from the original size. And behind the RG42 grenade there is a 22 short. So here we have the SA80 or L85A1 magazine made by Radway Green. Don't know if you can see that. Get it in the light there. RG. It's quite a cheap magazine. Sorry if I keep hitting the shells, everything's quite cramped together in this bit. But yeah, I've got a dummy cartridge in here. It's hollow, as you can see that light through it. Just 5.56, slot it in there. There you are, you've got 5.56 in your mag. A problem with these was, if you push the follower down like that, these will jam, and you have to like fitch it with them and pop them around. Hence why they were phased out fairly quickly and replaced with the A2 pattern of magazine. Next to that we have more 5.56. This is how it comes when issued in the British Army, on this stripper clip. It doesn't actually work as a stripper clip, but you have to manually take the rounds off. And all feed into the magazine, like that. I forgot to note at the start of the video, all ordnance and ammunition here is inert and free from explosive. I don't know if you can see that, but that's been fired because of the dimple on the primer. But everything here has been fired or is free from explosives or inert. I don't own any live ammunition because I don't have a license to, but I would like to one day. So next to that we have a Polish Second World War RG42 grenade. This grenade is pretty chunky and is inert. I'll show you that now. It doesn't look it because it doesn't have a hole drilled in the bottom, but that's because you can take the spoon assembly, take that off, and it's just hollow, as you can hear. It's like a solid metal thing, so it's very heavy. Probably would have provided very, very good fragmentation. And I believe this is a training one because of this white stripe. I believe the live grenades, well not live, but the grenades used for actual combat had a red stripe on them. Over here we have a 37mm riot control grenade, rubber bullet grenade even. I don't have the rubber bullet for this. I lost it many years ago when I got them. And I have two of them sat next to each other. Then here we have just a random selection of 12 gauge, all lined up. 12 gauge shells, as you can see here. Most of them are Fiocchi make. And an interesting note, when I first got the RG42 grenade, these two items came inside of the actual grenade. It's a Polish candy or sweets wrapper. Can the camera focus? Oh, it's not focusing. And also a wax crayon thing. Very random. If you know anything about that, please tell me. And now we'll move on to the stuff down here. So, you can't see it, but off camera I do have a selection of various items I found while metal detecting or magnet fishing. I'll show the full bit in the next video, but I've found a 20mm shell casing, a 1942 dated, try and get this to focus, there you are, a 1942 dated unfired head stamp of a 20mm. I found this at my local beach. We have a chunk of shrapnel, the camera's not focusing right, there we are. I believe this is a chunk of shrapnel from a mortar or something like that. We have more various assorted shotgun shells. I have exploded 20mm directly from EOD, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Then we have various other 20mm shotgun shell casings. I'll show you all in the part 3 of the video. But there you are, another exploded 20mm. If you want to know why I'm finding so many 20mm shell casings, it's because the area in which I live was mainly used as training areas for aircraft during the during the Second World War. But here, I have something very interesting to show you guys. Don't know if I'll be able to get this on camera, but I have part of a training bomb. I'm sorry if I keep doing that, but there's an interesting story behind this actually. If you're on my Discord, you'll probably already know about it. But since my dad works as a police officer, sorry about that again. Since my dad works as a police officer, the beaches, they regularly find bombs and stuff like that. And someone was walking across the beach and saw it sticking out like that, out of the ground. And obviously they didn't know it was a training one or not. So they called the police, then this was referred to EOD. Just put this away down here for now. That was referred to EOD. If you don't know what EOD is, it's Explosive Ordnance Disposal. It's basically it is bomb disposal, really. And that was sticking out the ground, and they inspected it further and saw that it was a training one, and they said it's completely harmless. It's been blown into pretty much a quarter of what it was. So my dad got to take it home. It was taken to the police storage, and before it was destroyed, someone asked, does anyone want this? My dad said yes, and that's how it's in my possession. And this is what I find really cool, this here. This is all full of lead off bullets, shotgun shells, cases, all stuff like that. I found all of these. There's Hollow Point 303, rounds from Spitfires in here actually as well, and 45, 9mm, 22, all stuff like that. And I forgot to show you this. I found this at an abandoned tank. It's a training illumination flare, I believe, or smoke. God knows how I found this when metal detecting, because this is plastic, but it was literally laid on top of it, so it gave a pretty good signal, to be honest. So that was part 2 of my collection tour. Stick around for the next video if you want to see part 3, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next video.